think, man, I was a jerk. And then there are moments in your life that you look back on and think, that made me the woman I am today. And then there's a combination of both. And you think, oh, so that's why I'm so screwed up. I was in 7th grade, which I now realize is a grade that should be held in a bunker just for individual 13-year-olds. In that year, though, we were all required to go out into the courtyard, sit on the grass next to each other, and listen to a mustachioed park ranger who looked like he had walked off the brawny paper towel logo just in time to teach us about fire safety. Like all 7th graders, I was disgusting. And I knew it. And like most 7th graders, I thought I was the only one who felt this way, and viewed any of my fellow peers who had no pimples as godlike. When the park ranger talked about lighter fluid, I leaned back against the grass and chewed the side of my finger, thinking about how greasy my hair was and how everywhere it touched I was going to break out. If I could have had one superpower, it would have been the magical ability to always feel like I just stepped out of the shower. When the lecture was done, the park ranger called us all up to a makeshift stage to hand out stickers, shaped like fireman's badges, because when you're 13, everyone treats you like you're 8. I found myself getting in line behind Sarah Parker, who already had a smoking by, and she knew it, therefore making her one of the people I was only allowed to talk to if I was with my cool friends. It was hot, and I could feel the oil forming so thickly on my forehead, it was like the Enron fiasco on my face. Her hair was one long sheet of bouncy blonde beauty down her back, and it reflected the sun like a pristine lake. None of her friends were nearby, so she was unusually quiet, and I decided to take my shot. So that guy was a moron, huh? I said, because cruelty is the only currency among the beautiful. She said. She was a good foot taller than I was, so she had to barely move her head at all to see me. The slightest tilt of her head acknowledged my existence. It was brilliant. I could only see a sliver of her flawless face through that wave of honey-colored hair, and she was searching the lines of people for her friends. I pretended to search too. If you're looking for someone to sit with after this, I said, I'll be over there, motioning to a sort of vague area where Sarah Parker might ever want to sit. She said. At the end of the line, we were greeted by a long picnic table, covered with stickers that said Fireman Dave, and had pictures of little basset hounds on them. I took one. Sarah Parker took 2. I took another, and that, my friends, is where I made my mistake. Sarah Parker walked quickly and with purpose towards her friends on the other side of the courtyard. I followed, peeling off the waxy backing of one of my stickers. She already had hers prepared. In one two-handed slapping motion, she stuck the stickers to her prominent breast and waved them exaggeratedly at the posse waiting for her, like she was wearing some sort of safety-conscious bra. Okay, now when I say posse, I'm talking about middle school boys. Skinny, voice cracking, mid-puberty, hormone bomb boys. Boys no one in their right minds would ever want. Except for me. I wanted those boys. So while they laughed and wolf whistled, I stuck the stickers where I thought I too may someday develop breasts, laughed what I thought was an alluring laugh, and sort of gyrated in the posse's general direction. Sarah Parker took 2 exaggerated steps away from me, spared me one sneering, irritated smile, and said, loud enough for the posse to hear, "You can't do that. You have to have something to actually stick them to." If I had done what I wanted to do, also known as curl up in a ball and cry in the bathroom for the next 3 days, my life might have turned out differently. I'd like to say that I had no response or that I had one, but it was 8 days later while I was brushing my teeth. That was not the case. I turned swiftly and said, well, if we're doing it that way, you better take your 2 stickers, stick them to your butt, and then ask for 2 more. The posse erupted. It was brilliant. Sarah Parker laughed that laugh that you think makes it look like you don't care, but actually makes it look like you care even more. It was deliciously awkward. The crowd was laughing at her for me. Her face was bright red like a sunburn, and I hadn't even hit her. I was a superhero, and my superpower was zingers. I didn't need beauty, and I I would never go looking for it again. I would spend the rest of my days pursuing sarcasm, one-liners, and comebacks. And God help me, men. For the rest of my life, meeting men, dating men, meeting men, pushing men away, meeting men, being alone. But through it all, I would always be guarded. I would always be aware. And I would always be on. Thank you.